Hey guys, you may know that a parable is an earthly story with a heavenly meaning. And this is a parable, it's a true story, but I think there's a let the reader understand situation here as well. So I'm going to tell you the parable of the faucet wrench. All right, here's the parable of the faucet wrench. When I was 30 years old, I quit my job in Cincinnati and I moved to Wilmore, Kentucky with my wife and two children. And we moved into a dumpy little brick duplex in Wilmore, Kentucky. And we moved there, and there was only one bathroom. And about the end of the first week, I think we moved in on Tuesday, and by Saturday, I think we realized that the sink in the faucet, the faucet in the bathroom was completely toast. I mean, it just wouldn't turn off. It was always running all the time, and I was paying for water. So I called my landlady up, and she was like 70 years old, nice lady, but old. And I said, I got this problem with the faucet. She said, well, it's going to take a couple weeks before I can get somebody out there. I was like, a couple weeks? So I asked her, can I fix it myself? And then, we can take it out of the rent. And she says, yeah, that's fine. And I'm like, well, I've put in whole new sinks before, so I can definitely change a faucet. And so I went to the store. I bought a kind of cheapo faucet, Lowe's. We lived out in kind of the middle of nowhere, so Lowe's was like 35 minutes away. So I drive to Lowe's, buy the faucet, buy the tubes, the other stuff, come back, and I open up the box. I'm like, okay, now I'm gonna swap this thing out, and I look and I realize I've never actually replaced a faucet that was in a sink that was not being replaced at the same time, because when you replace a whole sink, it's easy. You just take the whole sink off. You can get to everything. It's real straightforward. But when you just replace the faucet, it's actually hard to get to the pieces. So I'm crawling in under this, old sink that's like everything's grouted in place. So I'm under the sink, and my kids keep jumping on me and trying to stick their head in. Water's dripping on me. Like, it's just not a good situation. I'm grumpy, all right? And I cannot get the faucet loose. I've got, I'm kind of up. There's kind of a cavity, and the nuts that hold the faucet on are kind of up in this cavity. You just can't get to them. And so my dad calls me, so my phone rings, and I'm kind of grumpy, and I pick it up. It's my dad. And he says, what you up to? I was like, well, I'm trying to change this stupid faucet. He said, well, what's the problem? I said, I can't get the nuts on the faucet loose. They're just impossible to get loose. He said, well, what kind of wrench are you using? I said, I'm using everything, man. I've got a crescent wrench. I've got channel locks. I've got a vice grip. I've got my old monkey wrench. Like, nothing I have is working for the nuts on this faucet. He said, well, why aren't you using a faucet wrench? I was like, well, first of all, because I didn't know there was such a thing as a faucet wrench until about 2 seconds ago. And second of all, I don't have a faucet wrench, right? He says, well, stop what you're doing and go to Lowe's and get a faucet wrench. I said, Dad, I just got back from Lowe's. It's like a 35-minute drive. Plus, you can't go in that place and get out of there without, spending a half hour at Lowe's. If I go to Lowe's, it's going to be like 90 minutes to get a faucet wrench. I'm just going to do it right here. What's the secret? How do I do it? He said, it's going to take you 90 minutes to get a faucet wrench? I said, yeah. He said, how long do you think it's going to take you to change a faucet without a faucet wrench? I was like, fine. All right, so I hang up the phone. Don't hang up. Thanks, Dad. I'll go do that. Hang up the phone, get in my car, drive to Lowe's, and the whole way there, I'm like, rah, 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 rah. I get to Lowe's, I walk in, and there's this like kid in the hardware section and tool section. I said, you ever hear of a faucet wrench? He goes, oh yeah, right there. Anything else I can help you with? No, that's it. And I look, and the faucet wrench is like $7, and it's just a piece of pipe. I mean, a little piece of bar, and then a bar that comes up, and then a little faucet thing right here. It's kind of like a one-handed brass knuckles or something, like a one spiked brass, kind of like Wolverine with only one spike, except a wrench. And so I buy the thing for $7. I drive all the way back home, so it's 90 minutes. And I'm like, this is I can't even believe I'm doing this. This is terrible. Why did I do this? And I get underneath the sink, the faucet, right? Get underneath the sink. I put the faucet wrench in my hand. And I put it up there, and I go, and the faucet is done. The faucet comes right out. Everything's loose. It's just done. Put the new one in. Piece of cake. And I was like, oh, a faucet wrench. And what I learned, you're like, I'm never going to change a faucet, Mike. I got people to do that for me, so I don't need to hear this. But here's what I learned, all right? What I learned is that when you have the right tools, even the hardest jobs, let's say impossible jobs, become easy. And if you don't have the right tools, easy jobs become impossible. All right? If you have the right tools, impossible jobs become easy. If you don't have the right tools, easy jobs become impossible. Now, you probably have read the book of Ephesians. And Paul says that it's the job of leaders in the church. And you and I, we are leaders in the church. And he says it's the job of leaders in the church to equip the people of God for every good work. I was like, what does it mean to be equipped? I mean, just flat out, what it means to be equipped is that you have equipment, right? If I was a plumber and you said, are you equipped as a plumber? I'd say, yes, I have my equipment right here. Or if you're in the army, right, and you said, are you equipped? Yes, I have my equipment. And so the question is, what is the equipment that we need to lead in the kingdom? What are the tools that we need to be well equipped? And so you've probably noticed, if you've done Stride or Huddle, that a lot of our conversation, a lot of the way we do things is about kind of building in simple, replicable, easy to use tools that we can use again and again and again. And that's not accidental. That's intentional. Like, most people don't necessarily need more knowledge, right? I mean, some people need knowledge, but like a lot of the leaders in our church, the thing that they lack is not mostly knowledge. We've got a lot of smart people. And it's not passion. A lot of times it's not like an inward character piece where it's like, I don't want to lead. It's like, I think a lot of people in our church just have never been equipped to lead well. And by lead, that could be anything. That could lead a person through Stride. That could be lead a group of people. That could be lead a huddle. That could be lead a serving team, right? That could be lead a task. There's all kinds of things we can lead. And you are leading somebody by nature of the fact that you're doing this, right? You're leading a specific type of thing. But that's the thing that I want you to be thinking about is, how do I acquire the tools that I need to be equipped for every good work? So hopefully this kind of rings some bells, and you might be able to see how this has played into some other things that we've done. And if not, you just keep watching, because you'll learn. You'll be getting more tools as we go along. But a key part of the way that we've built, the Huddle and Stride disciple making process is around the concept of replicable tools. How do we teach you tools that you can use in a given situation to solve a problem? And that's what a tool is. If it's something that we can give you that you can pull out and use in a given situation to solve a problem, that's a tool. And so we're trying to figure out what's the right mix of tools to give our people as we move forward. So that's it. Thanks for listening to me. I hope you have a great, great, great week, and I will see you guys next week. Thanks. Bye.